Moore will find Billy Joe Burns on this right hand side. Manzinga's out to help it. Billy Joe Burns just cuts inside. Clip ball played into the box, but just too close to the goalkeeper, and it was easy collected. And up by Tuffy. Adam Leckie just gets a flick on it. Ball breaks now to McMurray. He does well on his left foot. I think Mulgrew just come in there and
there's Jordy hitting it.
Nope. It's a dummy. Goes in from Ben Kennedy. Good save. Johnny McMurray's there, and another great save there by Chris Jones just to make the first save and get up and cut out McMurray on the second. It's lifted the Seaview supporters there, but that was a great effort from Kennedy. Linfield half, taken very quickly to Ben Kennedy. He travels inside once again. Just looks like he's going to unleash it and does, but Chris Jones just watched that one by his post, but from a Ben Kennedy free kick played up by Robinson. Johnny McMurray doesn't get there, but great ball there by Adam Leckie. McMurray just seen that one bouncing there, Daniel, and
yeah, his eyes lit up.
His eyes lit up is right. By Kirk Miller. Plenty of bodies in around Johnny Tuffy. He comes out and gets a fist to it, but out to Jordan Stewart. Good header there by Forsyth, but only as far out as Chris Shields, who puts it back into the mix. Good header there from, I think it was Jimmy Gallagher, but probably difficult just to generate the power and the accuracy on that header. He's tracked by Shields, who makes a great tackle in fairness. Finds the feet of Chadwick. Out now to Jordan Stewart and does get a strike away, but it's easy collected there from Jonathan Tuffy. McMurray gets her and gets a foot to Paul Heatley if he can find the switch on to Ben Kennedy, which he does down this right hand side, but Kennedy just can't get the bounce of it, but does go inside, and looks like he's fouled there from Jordan Stewart. I think he could be very lucky to escape a yellow card here, given that Ben Kennedy was going to be, going to be through there. But it doesn't look like he's going to get anything more than a warning from Tim Marshall. Middle, great ball played in towards Josh Robinson, who gets there, and he does well just to get his head on that, but just wide of Chris Jones' post. I think the Crusaders supporters thought that Joshua Robinson had got his first goal in his second spell back at the club.
Get a good break at half time and get ready to go again.
Kennedy clips the ball in towards Adam Leckie, who does really well. Lays it back out to Ben Kennedy, who's going to get a shot across and takes a deflection there off Jimmy Gallagher. Ben Kennedy done really well just to direct that towards goal, but well to head it out to Ben Kennedy once again. He's going to be tracked by Manzinga. Good play. Ben Kennedy once again and goes down, and that's it's got. I know we're going to be biased today, Daniel. There's absolutely no doubt about that, but that looked a stonewall for me.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Burns. Manzinga's back there tracking, but Burns does well to get ahead on it. McMurray finds Billy Joe Burns again. He goes inside to find Paul Heatley, and great defending once again there from Jimmy Gallagher, just to keep the hands down and stay as big as you possibly can, as Paul Heatley was trying to find the corner of the net. Good play by Miller. Finds Mulgrew. We know what he can do from here. He's got to be tracked back, and the space just opens there to find Billy Chadwick. Out now to Manzinga, who looks like he's going to unleash it, and he does. And it's a great finish there from Christy Manzinga to put Linfield 1-0 up, probably against a run of play, Daniel, but nonetheless we knew when that ball was coming out to Manzinga what he was going to do.
Yeah, end of the game.
Kennedy, and again Shields is there. Out now to Aidan Wilson. He probably didn't need to take a touch there, but Jordan Forsyth just flicked out, and it's going to be another corner there from Crusaders. I think the ball just fell kindly to Aidan Wilson, but sorry, Daniel, interrupted by Jordan Forsyth, and comes out now to Billy Joe Burns. And that one is a penalty this time, and it was a tackle on Adam Leckie, and Crusaders have won themselves a penalty early in this second half. It was good feet there by that man Adam Leckie once again, Daniel, and I think Tim Marshall being asked to make a decision after the first one. There was probably only going to be one outcome to that one. Kennedy, and he's went for the dink and hit it over the bar, and it didn't want to scud him too early, Daniel, but Ben Kennedy hasn't missed a penalty yet for Crusaders until now.
Yeah, I think Ben's tried to go down the middle there. It's a real hard penalty to master, and listen, he's been one of our best players today. He just needs to try and forget what happened.
He goes long trying to find Adam Leckie if he can get there and flick it on, but decides to take it down. Good feet once again from Adam Leckie. Just a couple of players there in the overlap, but goes out right to Billy Joe Burns. Ball put into the box, and out now as far as Charlie O'Rourke. He tries to put it back into the mix. Headed clear by Clark, only as far as Jordan Forsyth, but doesn't find Ben Kennedy this time, and Manzinga does well. So coming in now, and it looks like Paul Heatley's going to be in and goal, and he does indeed find the equaliser. And it's Crusaders 1, Linfield 1. Great feed again there, Daniel, by Adam Leckie, and Paul Heatley and Johnny McMurray both had their options there for who was taking that one on, but in the opening period of this second half, it's probably well deserved equaliser here. Ben Kennedy and Paul Heatley both over the ball. Taken by Ben Kennedy. Great ball coming into the box and good defending once again, but Aidan Wilson pins it back. Is Forsyth going to get there? He does. He does well. Cuts inside. Jordan Forsyth goes and tries to curl one in, and it's not in. It's hit on the outside, I think, of the post there, Daniel, but we're obviously right behind that, and you could see it. It needed anything but a whisper. That goal scorer, Manzinga, he easily gets by McMurray and Billy Joe Burns out in this right-hand side. Good feed by Jordan Stewart. Comes out to Manzinga and to Matthew Clark, and just doesn't get enough on it, and the ball runs out for a Linfield corner. That was an opportunity for Linfield to get their noses back in front, Daniel. Another corner here for Linfield the Crusaders have to deal with. Taken by Kirk Miller, put in towards Gallagher, who does well to get ahead on it. Cleared there by Forsyth, only as far out as Jamie Mulgrew. Good work there by Ben Kennedy. Being here today. Ball put in by Josh Robinson towards Adam Leckie. Gets a flick on it. Aidan Wilson's going to chase. Does well to keep the ball in play and find Paul Heatley down this left-hand side. He's up against Newbury. Gets a ball into the box, but no Crusaders player there. And Roscoe clears only as far out to Billy Joe Burns, who's being urged to shoot from his team. And good hands there from Chris Johns again. That's great play. It's Ben Kennedy. He goes inside. Plenty of bodies and just he does indeed get there. Johnny McMurray gives it back to Adam Leckie. Out now to Johnny McMurray, who great build-up play, Daniel, nonetheless, but always going to be very difficult for Johnny McMurray to watch that one come out of the sky and direct it. Quinn's now in this left-hand side. Another dangerous ball put into the box, and Jordan Stewart is coming round off the back of Aidan Wilson, and will probably feel like he should have done much better, but the wee let off there for Crusaders, Daniel. Jordan Stewart, and this is what was coming. Josh Robinson has got to get there, but Jordan Stewart does really well. And Manzinga now comes out with the ball, one-on-one with Charlie O'Rourke. Good defending once again by O'Rourke. Tuffy goes long, straight down the middle, trying to find Leckie. Does get a flick on it, but Ross goes there with the head. But it's in by Ben Kennedy, just a clip forward, and it's a goal! Ben Kennedy, who just took a gamble on a bad header back, Daniel, and we don't want to speak too soon that Ben Kennedy has found the winner, but what an absolute great finish there from Ben Kennedy.
Yeah, we spoke about Ben missing the penalty, and I still thought he'd have something to say in the game. And
it's 39 minutes gone here at Seaview, so still plenty of time for Linfield, but Crusaders have now got their noses in front. Great ball taken in. Jordan Owens gets there. Jimmy Caller comes out to Jordan Stewart and just comes across it.
Aidan Wilson, thank you very much for joining us. 2-1 winners here today at home to the champions. What did you make of today's game?
That was a really good game. I thought we were outstanding. To a man, we were excellent. And we showed great character to come back in the game. Just proud of all the boys in there, and great shift for absolutely everyone.
If we look back the last week, I know I spoke to the manager last Friday night against Larne, and for the first 45 minutes, probably Crusaders were outstanding. Probably didn't take their chances, and then one chance at Larne fine. Today was a different story. Firstly, two halves pulled together, but you played some amazing football.
Yeah, I think going off the Larne game, it's always a difficult place. Friday night, Inver Park, it's it's a tough place to go. But I thought first half we were excellent, as you say. Maybe never took our chances, and then it kind of, it bites you in the end that they get a wee half chance and they score. But that's football. You've always got our chance to put it right here today, and I thought we'd done that. Absolutely.
This is probably the first time where Seaview's been completely full in your time at Crusaders, Aidan. What did you make of that, and how nice was it to get over the line first and foremost?
No, it was unreal. It was so good to have the fans back in, and the atmosphere in the second half was unreal. Really enjoyed it.
And a couple of minutes there, probably just towards the end, winning 2-1, Aidan, and as a centre half, you know what's coming for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Linfield, they're champions for a reason. They're going to put you under pressure. But you've done really well to deal with that. How did you find it?
They threw on obviously a few big boys, and I don't know, they probably had 4 or 5 out and out strikers on the pitch at the time. So we just had to dig in as a team, stay tight, and just defend for our lives. And that's what we've done, and got the 3 points, and that's That's the main thing.
Absolutely makes the weekend all the nicer. Aidan, well done today, and thank you very much for joining us.
Cheers,
Thank you very much for joining us. We spoke last week at Inver Park and we talked about fine margins and not taking your chances. Today was absolutely super, first and second half, but what's your initial assessment?
Yeah, my initial assessment is that we probably played as good as I've seen us play in 5 years. Our level of performance today was amazing, back to front. You know, our back four were outstanding at man. Our two midfielders, we talked about winning that midfield battle. We did that with some aplomb. And our front men, we asked to shut every ball down and hurry them. Didn't give them an inch of time on the ball in the first half. Didn't let them play out from the back. Put them under a lot of pressure. We dominated the first half in how that transpired. And yet we go in a goal down with a break of the ball as they get up the pitch and score. And that was a moment you're going, how did that happen?
Yeah.
And we get into half time and boys were disappointed, incredibly disappointed. But we talked to them and said, listen, it's got to be more of the same. Take this game to them, keep knocking the door, and your opportunities will come. And my word, the way we started, like a house on fire. And when we missed the penalty, which was disappointing. But he scores immediately and puts us back in the game, gives us a platform to build on. And I always felt the goal was coming. Jordan Forsyth's curling effort onto the post was worth the admission money. And then, of course, we get the winning goal from Ben, who was probably between him and Adam Leckie might have been the two players for me that might have shaded it, because I do a little bit of marking of all the players and give them a little bit of a mark each week with every game that we play. It gives me a little bit of an idea of how everybody's doing over the course of a season. And I'll tell you what, there might be something like 7 10s and 3 9s. That's how good we were here today.
Going back, obviously, we spoke about it. The first half was super. There's no doubt about that. Crusaders were in the ascendancy. Linfield had very little chances. They did get their noses in front at half time. What was the message at half time, Stephen, from you? Because the second half, whilst the first half was brilliant, the second half was probably better in some ways. What was the message at half time to the players?
It was actually strange because, when you get the opportunity sometimes to be in a dressing room of in the middle of something like this, sometimes being calm is better than giving them too much. And we actually didn't speak to them for the first 10 minutes of the half-time break. We let them settle down and let them get a cup of tea and relax themselves. They all chitter among themselves, and we go out and tactically talk a lot about different things and look at things. What we might even look at a video or something we've already clipped from half-time, and so it depends what we're looking at and what we want to try and do. And then we all gather our thoughts. And then I'll generally come in and lead something around what we need from the second half and drive them again into a place where we want them to go. And that was the message. Simply, don't change what you're doing. Do not take your foot off the gas. And if anything, give us more. Go and get after it again and see if you can give us a little bit more and try and win this football match. And boy, did they deliver.
Just to conclude, Stephen, obviously massive 3 points, as they all are, and beating Linfield, beating the champions, gets you the same amount of points as beating somebody else. You've got a heavy fixture list now. Obviously the COVID break there in the middle has probably set you back a few games, but how do you now assess and look forward to the next few games?
Well, firstly, the boys will go away and enjoy tonight, which they should, and with their families and whatever else they're doing. And then we'll get the lads in on Monday night and assess the injuries. There's 2 or 3 boys with ice packs on, which is always a worry. We hope we don't lose anybody with strains. And then we'll get ready to go to Carrick, which will be a different venue. This is a carpet pitch, so you can work the ball quickly on a plastic surface, and whereas Carrick will be a different proposition to us, and we might have to think that through. So it'll be a tough game down there. They're playing particularly well, working the ball really quickly into good areas, and we have to deal with that. So no one's got it easy down there. We're going to have to be on our toes. They thumped us in pre-season, so we need to get down and try and find a result there. So we'll look forward to that challenge. We get them in on Monday, see what they assess the squad, get ready, get a bit of training done, and then get down on Tuesday night and get after it.
Stephen, well done today and have a nice weekend. Thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Thank you.